Welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Budapest here, situated along the banks of the Danube River. I hope everybody is having a fantastic weekend. In this class, we are looking at speaking part 1 for the IELTS exam for the speaking section, of course. Hi, Princess 050804. Hi, Kevia. Hi, Ines. Hi, Pachu. Hi, Violet. Nice to see many of our regular students and get to see some members joining in on time as well. Hi, Rajveer and Hemant. While we wait for a few more of our students, this lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com for academic IELTS help. Please check us out there. And for general IELTS, please visit us at gieltshelp.com. On both of those websites, we have over 100 hours of HD video lessons with myself and other IELTS experts, as well as original practice exams and a fully interactive course for your phone, tablet, PC. And you can use the code R4TYJ to get a 20% discount. So use code R4TYJ when you register an account at aehelp.com or gieltshelp.com. Hi, Ruslan. Nice to see some more of the members joining in. Our websites, they look like this. This is the academic here with the blue background at aehelp.com. Click that big red button to join and apply this code R4TYJ. For the general, it's a green background. Click that big red button there. And again, you can use that code to get the 20% discount. If you have questions, students, just send me an email to Adrian at aehelp.com. If you want to get our exams in paperback book version, you can go to Amazon, search for AE Helps Academic IELTS or GE Helps General IELTS. Schedule for today and tomorrow. Again, today we're looking at speaking part 1. Tomorrow, a little bit earlier, we will have speaking part 2 for members. And then we will have speaking part 3 for everyone. This is a speaking class, students, so make sure to speak and repeat. So speak and repeat as much as possible. Repeat what you hear. Repeat questions, repeat answers, repeat the corrections that I'm making as I go through your comments and responses. Know me, these live lessons are automatically uploaded to our channel once they're completed, so you can definitely check them out there later. Okay, hi Tito, nice to see you in class. Okay, everyone, let's warm up those speaking muscles with a little bit of icebreakers for part 1. When you get into your speaking interview, there will be a few kind of general type questions the examiner will ask you. So just warm up on those. The examiner will always ask you for your full name as it appears in your identification. So let's begin with that. What is your full name? Give me a nice full sentence answer. So don't just say my name's John. Say a nice full sentence answer. First name, last name, middle name if you have it, especially if it's on your ID. Okay. So please give me a full sentence answer for that. Okay. So Kadir Amir says, my name's Abdul Kadir Abul Amir. Okay, Kadir, and what should I call you? Okay. Remember, students, that the follow-up question to this question by the examiner is always, what should I call you? So try to answer that question right away, okay? So the question the examiner will ask you if you don't answer is, and what should I call you? So if you have a nickname or if your name is Abdul Rahman, but you just go by Abdul, then make sure to include that, okay? Raman Singh says, my full name is Ramandeep Singh. You can call me just Raman. Ramandeep, that's good. Okay, that works. Nice. All right. Tito Bati says, my full name is Tezaz Sharfraz, but you can call me by my nickname, Tito. Okay, Tito, good. Nickname, I believe, is just one word, guys. Let's see, what else? Mustafa Gunner says, my full name is Mustafa Gunner. Just call me Mustafa, okay? Or you can call me Mustafa. Okay, that's good. Jean Carlos Torres says, my name is Jean Carlos Arturo, please, or call me, please, Jean Carlos Arturo. Okay, wow, you go by all three, Jean Carlos Arturo. All right. Rajveer Singh says, my full name is Rajveer Singh. Please just call me Rajveer. That works well. Nice use of the semicolon, Rajveer. You can use it in that context. Okay. Jesse says, well, my name is Ivan and my family name is Ivanov. Please call me Ivan for short. Okay. Ivan is not for short. It's just your given name. So please use my given name, Ivan. Okay. All right. Let's see some more. Again, students, you want to say your name in as many different ways as you possibly can when you're practicing, just so you can be really natural, fluent, and confident when you're in the real exam. Okay? Hemant says, hello, my full name is Hemant Sharma. Please call me Hemant for short. Girls, guys, when you say please call me something for short, it means the shorter version of your long name. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Okay, so if you say my given name is Alexander and my surname is Ivanov. Okay, then you can say, please just call me Alex for short. Okay, so you can't just say call me Alexander for short. That's not for short. Okay, short means the shorter version of your name. Okay, so here Alex is short for Alexander. Careful, when you say call me something for short, it's not the same as your nickname. Okay, or it's not the same as your full name. So careful with that. Repeat after me. What is your full name? My given name is Alexander and my surname is Ivanov. Please just call me Alex for short. Okay. The next question is, may I see your identification? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. Okay. So, may I see your identification? Again, never be bored by these questions when you're practicing. Try to say them in different ways, work on your intonation, work on your pronunciation. So always look to improve whenever you're repeating the same answers. Okay? So, may I see your identification? Luis Ramirez says, yes, you may. Okay, it's short and sweet. That'll work. Nikhil Harwande says, yes, here's my identification, which I used for registration. It's a nice way to show your adjective clauses, okay? Ibukun Anibaba says, yes, you can have it. Here it is. You can have it is a bit awkward. It sounds like you're actually giving your identification to that person, which you should never do. So we probably wouldn't say that in most situations, okay? Vatsal says, yes, absolutely. I brought my passport with me for identification. That works. It's a nice novel way, new way to say that. Taylor Rees says, your lesson helped me so much. Taylor, did you get a good score in the IELTS? I'm not sure if you mentioned that. I'm wondering if you did. If you got a great score, good for you, Taylor. Harmeet, yep, I do miss Canada a bit, but I will be going back later this year, so I'm okay with it. I like traveling the world. Off topic. All right, so again, may I see your identification? It's a good chance to show your use of adjective clauses. Yes, most definitely. Here is my passport which I used for registration. Please take a look. Okay. All right. So again, repeat after me. May I see your identification? Yes, most definitely. Here's my passport, which I used for registration. Please take a look. Nice, fluent, natural, complete answer. And it's showing also that you're being expressive, okay? So what you want to do, students, this is a really important tip when you're practicing and when you're in the exam, is you want to show as quickly as possible, okay? So this is a really important tip here. Show as quickly as possible that you are being expressive, but you are not over speaking or going off topic. Okay, so that's your goal. You want to show to the examiner that you can speak fluently, clearly, completely, but you're not speaking too much. You're not going off topic. Okay? All right. So, again, a good time to show adjective clause and your ability to speak nice and expressively is with this, may I see your identification. Okay, some more icebreakers coming up here. Where do you live? So give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. Where do you live? Now, when you're thinking about your answer, think about your geographical location, so country, city, and also think about your shelter, so your home. You live in a house or in an apartment, okay? And try to combine both of those into one response, okay? Dong Pham says, currently, I live in a semi-detached house on the outskirts of Vin City. My house is not huge, but it's really cozy. I have a modern kitchen, dining room, and 3 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms. Very nice, Dong Pham. I like it. Okay, so you're being expressive. I have a very clear picture of where you live. All right, I can probably even maybe find you if I were traveling. Tito Bhatti says, I live in a very small city which is in the southern area of Pakistan. It consists of some famous landmarks like a fort and a tomb. Tito, that's okay, but Tito, what's the city? Okay, you told me it's a small city. It's in the southern area of Pakistan, but you never actually told me the name of the city. And also, you never really told me where you live in that city. So, is it an apartment, a house, condominium, a duplex? Do you rent a bachelor's suite? Do you have a mansion maybe? Okay, so give me that information. Ruslan says, I live in the capital of Kazakhstan, Astana, in a 2-bedroom apartment in the downtown of the city. Ruslan, that's exactly what you want to answer for this kind of question. Again, students, when I'm reading your peers' responses, make sure to repeat and fluently keep up with what I'm saying. Okay. Ferdov says, I live in the northwestern part of Russia, St. Petersburg, which is the second largest city in the ultra-modern, second largest city. And I live in an ultra-modern high-rise building on the 3rd floor with my family. Very nice for Daz. Rajveer says, I live in a 1-bedroom kitchen apartment in a multi-story building in Gurgaon, which is an IT hub in the northern region of India. There are around 1,000 people living in this area. Okay, 1,000? Really? Maybe more? No? All right. But good, Rajveer. I'm not sure what you mean by BHK apartment. You have to explain that acronym for me. I'm unfamiliar with it. Saren Sangur says, I live in an apartment in the suburban Midtown Landshut near Munich in Bavaria, the southern state of Germany. Okay, not bad, Sarah. Careful with your grammar. Okay. All right. So I live in a 2-bedroom apartment on the 4th floor of the building in the heart of Budapest, which is the capital of Hungary, with my wife and daughter. Okay, so that's exactly what you want to answer. Nice and fluent, detailed, complete. Repeat after me. Where do you live? I live in a 2-bedroom apartment on the 4th floor of the building in the heart of Budapest, which is the capital of Hungary, with my wife and daughter. Intonation is really important when you're giving these kinds of detailed, complete, clear answers. So make sure to pay attention to that. Next question. What do you like about your home? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. Okay, Taylor, I'm catching a little bit of what you're putting up there. There's a lot of comments coming in, but I can see that the examiner kept asking you about parks. Thanks for sharing that. All right, so what do you like about your home? Again, don't overthink it. Think general, what most people would answer to this type of question. Don't try to be too unique or too honest in the exam. That can get you into trouble. You can get stuck. Okay. Mixed videos for Android says, I mostly like its location because it's situated in the central part of the city. It's easy for me to access many different venues like shops and movie theaters. Okay, be more specific. All right. Elena Mori says, my bedrooms are very spacious. I have a study in my home, and I love my study so much because it's full of books, and I'm an avid reader. It also gives me peace and quiet so I can read without interruption. Right, Elena? That's what's good about a study, is that you can grab a book, close the door, and have peace and quiet so that you can really submerge and indulge in the book that you're reading. Pay attention to vocabulary, students, as I'm giving it to you. Make sure to write it down. Okay. So again, think about the most kind of common concepts. When somebody says, what do you like about your home? The words that should be coming to mind are words like cozy, spacious, bright, convenient, location, quiet. Okay, so these are the kinds of ideas and words that should come to your mind. Don't try to be too fancy. Don't, say words like, well, there's an incredible mosaic on the outside of my building which captures the imagination every time I walk by it on my way home from work. Nice English, you'll get a high band score if you can quickly express that in such a short time. But if not, just stick with the generic types of concepts, okay? So that's my second tip for today. You want to be original on the exam. You want to be unique, but you don't want to be special. Does that make sense, what I just said there? So here's a tip to get these high band scores, okay? Your language or your diction means your style of speaking, should sound original, clear, and accurate. But, and this is a big but, it does not have to be special. Okay? So you do not, and you should not, introduce fancy and unique concepts that are difficult to express. Okay, unless you're certain that you have a band 9 level because you've used English all your life, you read lots, you do presentations, and you can express really complex ideas quickly and impress the examiner. But that's only about 1 in 100,000 students, so you should not do that, okay? Instead, you should focus to give generic answers with your own diction. Okay, does that make sense? Is everybody kind of understanding what I mean by that? So, with this question, what do you like about your home? You can definitely get a band 9 mark if you say, well, my home has large windows and the apartment is southeast facing, so it is bright for most of the day, and I love that it keeps me in a positive mood. Okay, so generic, right? Bright, big windows, but I make it my own. I love that I stay positive because my home is bright. All right, you don't need to be too fancy. Okay, a lot of times when students try to be too fancy, they become incoherent. It means we don't understand what the student is trying to say, and their mark goes, right? So careful with that. All right, Ruslan, Rajvir, Ellen, and Haman, thank you for the reflection on my question. Saida, thank you as well. It's good to know that you're listening to me. All right. Kashav Abdullah says, I really love my living room because I have a constable sofa when I'm at home. I often have a nap on it, just like yesterday after a hard day of work. Okay, I'm guessing you mean comfortable sofa there, maybe Kashav, right? Instead of constable, which is a different word. All right, good. Fantastic. Let's keep going. So now that you're all warmed up, you're feeling positive, you're feeling confident. Remember, you paid to be at the exam. You're there to do a job. The examiner is there to do a job. Keep your eye on the prize. The examiner will introduce a topic for part 1, which usually deals about you. Okay, so use the word I, me, my. Let's talk about making food. Yummy, yummy. I hope everybody's had lunch or dinner or supper. Otherwise, you're about to get hungry. How often do you make a sandwich? How often do you make a sandwich? Give me a nice full sentence answer to this question. Okay, and try to stay away from I never make a sandwich unless you're going to express yourself in more detail of why. Okay. So, good answers coming up. I can see them. All right. Violet says, well, I really love sandwiches. You can use plural, Violet, on sandwich. I really love sandwiches, but I only make them a few times a month because I like to make food that is unusual and only me and my sister can eat, and also I don't have the ingredients. Okay, Violet Nguyen, that's what I mean about being too special. I'm not making too much sense of what kind of unusual foods you're making, okay? So if you're going to go down that road, you have to be clearer. Tito Bati says, well, as I am living alone in another city, there are sometimes when I have to cook food. So I would say that I make a sandwich twice a week with an omelet. Okay, Tito. What kind of sandwich? Chicken, cheese, ham? What do you put in that sandwich? And Tito, when you live alone, a better word, vocabulary you can use is bachelor. I'm a bachelor living away from my family, so I make sandwiches a few times, maybe twice a week, with an omelet. Usually my sandwiches have cheese, tomatoes, and lettuce. Okay. Gopi Sandeep, not very often. We'll get you a band 4. Okay. It's too short. It's not expressive. I can't mark you for that. All right. Flower Sun says sandwiches are, students, sandwiches are countable. Countable. Okay. You can count a sandwich. So sandwiches are my favorite food. We often use the plural for sandwich. Sandwiches are my favorite food, so I guess that I make them 5 to 6 times a week. Just last Saturday, my family and I went on a picnic, so I was the one who prepared the food, spreads, and sauce, which I brought at a grocery store. All right. Good answer. Hemant says, I have a sandwich. Kids countable, Hemant. So I have a sandwich every morning for breakfast. I like trying out different styles of sandwich using a variety of sauces. Yesterday I bought 5 sandwich spreads and sauces from a grocery store near my place. That's nice, Hemant. Good. So Hemant, it's expressive. Okay. You're staying on topic. You're using quantitative language. You're giving an answer, explanation, example. You're using your own diction, your own style. So I really like it. That's going to get you a high band, at least 7 if you say it fluently. Just make sure, okay, to be careful with grammar. Students, always work to improve your grammar. One trick for that is reading regularly. Reading aloud will help your speaking as well. Fan Kai Tree says, I rarely make sandwiches, but if I have the opportunity, I usually mix chicken with my sandwich, which has a mouth-watering flavor. Okay, Fan, you never mix chicken with a sandwich because that would just be weird. It means you take a sandwich, you take chicken, and you mix them together. But if you're trying to say that you make a chicken sandwich, that's okay. So I usually make a chicken sandwich, which has mouth-watering flavor. I mix chicken and mayonnaise together to create a spread for the sandwich. So here we go. All right. How often do you make a sandwich? I frequently make sandwiches for either breakfast or lunch. I would say at least 3 to 4 times each week. In fact, I had a delicious BLT this morning, which, as many people know, is the popular bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. All right, there's my answer. Repeat after me, students. How often do you make a sandwich? I frequently make sandwiches for either breakfast or lunch. I would say at least 3 to 4 times each week. In fact, I had a delicious BLT this morning, which, as many people know, is the popular bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. I don't know about you, but us Canadians, we really love our BLTs. And you can go into many places and just order it by saying, I'd like a BLT. All right. Why is this band 9? Well, multiple reasons, okay? It's natural, the diction's there. I'm using either or, which is called a correlative conjunction. Okay, it's the paired conjunctions, correlative conjunctions. They emphasize the language. I start with a qualitative answer frequently, and then I define the quality with quantity, with numbers, 3 to 4, because maybe for some people frequently is once a week. For some people frequently is maybe 10 times each week. But for me, it's 3 to 4 times each week. So, and then I give a nice, smooth, flowing example. In fact, I had a delicious BLT this morning, which, as many people know, is the popular bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. If you use an acronym like this, like BLT, it's a good idea to explain that to the examiner. Don't just assume that they're familiar with all the acronyms, you know, especially if you're talking IT. Okay? All right. So, next question, students. Next question. What do you use to make food? That's a pretty big question. What do you use to make food? My camera thought so and decided to take a sleep. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll bring you back up on the screen here, or bring myself back up on the screen. Meanwhile, you get a glimpse of my daughter when she was a little baby. Okay, so again, think generic. So don't try to be fancy. Keep your thoughts simple. Be original. Okay. So what do you use to make food? What do you use to make food? Vatsal says, I do not know how to make food, so I never try to make food, but sometimes I show that what we can use to make food when my mom makes food. Really? You've never made food? You've never taken a piece of toast or bread or naan bread and put something on top of it? Or maybe even making a cup of coffee? You take coffee beans, sugar. There has to be some concept of how to make food, even if you're just borrowing what you've seen on television. Okay. Harmeet Singh, I use oil is too simple. Okay. Saida Mehera Ahmed says, I use vegetables mostly because I don't like meat that much. In fact, I only eat chicken. Besides being a South Asian, I love to mix different types of spices in my food. Saida, what kinds of spices? What kind of spices? Okay. Garv Tendon says, I use some spices, vegetables, and flour to make food often, and on weekends I usually make something interesting like a burger, pizza, or pasta. Okay, good. All right, that's nice, expressive. Ruslan says, Right. So now you have sound, right? Of course I can hear you. Yes. Okay. I'm paying attention to the comments all the time, okay? Yeah, of course. That's what happens when the batteries die in your wireless microphone. A lot of moving parts in these live lessons, right? So, again, just a quick review, okay? So, to get Band 7 or more, you have to show that you can fluently use and dynamically use complex and compound grammar. This means effectively using subordinating and coordinating conjunctions, okay? If you're not sure what these words mean, then you have to Google them, okay? All right? Keep that in mind. Okay. So, let's get back to point here. Do you like to cook? Why or why not? Okay, do you like to cook? Why or why not? Give me a nice full sentence answer. Answer, explain, example. All right, Mak Mudujan says, Sabirov says, I like to cook because I have a gift to make tasty dishes and I enjoy it. The day before, I cooked our national dish, palav, which contains rice, carrot, and meat, and my guests loved it. Mahmoud very nice answer. Okay. Dong Pham says, honestly, I have a passion for cooking, especially baking cakes, because I love tasting cakes and I have a sweet tooth. However, I am a terrible cook. Yesterday, I tried making a delicious chocolate cake and I burned it. Okay, Dong Pham, I colored your response a little bit to be a bit more natural. All right? Okay. Ines. Let me see if Ines Taslikali says, yes, I love to cook. I think it's a great way to both unwind and learn unique tastes. Last Saturday, I made a Mexican casserole with my sister with the help of YouTube videos. Right on, Ines. Ines, not make a cook, just cook. Cook is the verb, okay? And not unwind stress, just unwind. Unwind means to decrease stress. You don't need to use them together, okay? All right, I cannot read the Cyrillic. Maybe Rebecca? I don't know. Cooking is my obsession. I like it so much. It is my favorite hobby. Every now and then I cook various dishes to serve for dinner for my wife. She always likes it, such as the meat pie I made yesterday. Okay? Get that smooth flowing example in there, students, always, to pick up more lexical resource marks and coherence marks. Peya Basak says, I love to cook. Since my childhood, I've tried many different recipes. Whenever there's an occasion at our family, like the birthday last week for my sister, I cook for the guests. Last Sunday, we celebrated the 25th anniversary of our parents, and I made stroganoff. Right, Peya? Very good. All right. I love to cook. It is one of my hobbies, and I'm extremely passionate about it. I think it's the greatest form of art there is, as it combines all of our senses: sight, touch, taste, and smell. Also, it is a very benevolent form of art as we share, as I share the food I make with guests. They enjoy it, and then it's gone. Such as the delicious tuna salad I prepared yesterday for my friends. Okay, it's a bit of a long one, but I thought I'd express my own belief on cooking here a little bit for you. Do you like to cook? I love to cook. It is one of my hobbies, and I'm extremely passionate about it. I think it's the greatest form of art there is, as it combines all of our senses: sight, touch, taste, and smell. Also, it is a very benevolent form of art. As I share the food, I make it with guests, they enjoy it, and then it's gone, such as the delicious tuna salad I prepared yesterday for my friends. All right, so again, be expressive, be original, but you don't have to be special. Okay, you don't have to be special. Fun Kai Tree says, actually, I don't like to cook because the cooking in my family depends more on my mom and grandmother. However, in the near future, I think I need to learn cooking because I'm going to be wedlock, and it's a useful skill. Right? Fun, very nice for using the word wedlock that I taught last week. Fun, good. Okay, it's great that you're practicing new words that you're learning in these live classes. Boomy, Chatbar, nice to see you in the class, says, yes, I enjoy cooking. In fact, I cook 4 to 5 times a week. I believe that homemade foods are healthier and more nutritious than eating at restaurants. Like yesterday, I made supper for my parents and myself. Not super, Boomy, but supper, 2 P's, 2 P's. Mohammed Wahab says, although other people do not like cooking, I love preparing food with my own 2 hands because I am very concerned about the ingredients that I put in my body. For instance, yesterday, I prepared all 3 meals for my family: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Very good. Bekjan Omar Zak says, I like baking rather than cooking since there are fewer actions, such as putting all the ingredients together and pushing the on button of the oven. Also, baked food tends to be healthy. Okay, Bekjan, good. I like it. All right. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm interested to see what you give as an answer. What is your favorite ingredient? What is your favorite ingredient? Give me a nice full sentence for this question. Flower Sun says, vanilla is the ingredient I love to put on my shopping list and on my cooking list when I bake. Not only does my family love vanilla, but also I want to create cakes that smell great and taste great, and vanilla is just right for that. Okay, Flower Sun, not bad. A couple of grammatical mistakes, so I had to improvise a little bit. Kyber Jan says, my most loved ingredient is the tomato paste because it's not only cheaper than tomatoes, but also has a rich flavor. I bought 5 cans of them in the Bilal supermarket, just a 5-minute drive from my home, yesterday. Good, Kyber. Kyber, paraphrase. Okay, taste, flavor. Pooza Gurung says, my favorite ingredient is coriander. I love to add it in meat, especially chicken and pork. It looks amazing and tastes delicious. Okay, coriander is definitely a nice spice. It has a nice scent. If you're talking about spices, students, it's the scent or the aroma of the spice that gives its unique flavor or makes the dish special. Kevin Bowie says, I'd say cinnamon is my spice of choice because of the pleasant scent it adds to food and it makes it irresistible. Every now and then I find myself daydreaming and salivating about cinnamon rolls. Very good, Kevin Boy. I like it. Daydreaming and salivating over cinnamon rolls. All right, nicely put. Tasneem Rodesley says, just lost you in the chat, just a second. Tasneem Rodesley says, although it gives me heartburn. Tasneem, we say it gives me heartburn. Okay, so although it gives me heartburn, I personally like peppermint in all my food. Even when I go out with friends for lunch, I ask for extra peppermint in my food. Okay, good. Let's see. Peya Basak says, one of my favorite ingredients is the egg. I try to explore different dishes which can be made using eggs. In fact, it is one of the most used ingredients which can be found in many cuisines around the world. Okay, Peya, a little bit of paraphrasing. Careful not to repeat. Okay. So, here we go. The ingredient that I adore above all others is honey. Not only is it sweet and healthy, but there are many different kinds which can add a special, unique flavor to many different dishes, such as sweets and pastas. All right. So, what is your favorite ingredient? Repeat after me. The ingredient that I adore above all others is honey. Not only is it sweet and healthy, but there are many different kinds which can add a special, unique flavor to many different dishes, such as sweets and pastas. I meant to kind of maybe say cakes here. All right. Interesting. Okay, students, here we go. A couple more questions. Have you learned to make any special dishes? Why? Okay, that's a good one. And then, next question, if you could learn to make any dish, what would it be and why? So these last two questions I'm going to leave for you to try for homework. You can record your answers on your mobile phone and send it to me by MP3, and I will tell you roughly what score you can expect on the exam. So, but answer both of them and record it on your phone, okay? So I can hear your fluency, your pronunciation, your intonation. So the two questions for homework: have you learned to make any special dishes? And if you could learn to make any dish, what would it be? So that's your homework. Send it to my email and I'll say, hey, that's a band 6, 7, 8, or a perfect 9. You can record it a couple times. It doesn't matter. Practice. Send me your best one. My email is adrian@aehelp.com. Again, if you liked this lesson and you want high quality HD video lessons by me and other teachers, as well as practice exams, an interactive course, and our applications, Academic IELTS Help and General IELTS Help, go to our websites, aehelp.com, gieltshelp.com. aehelp.com is for academic IELTS, gieltshelp.com is for general, and you can use the code R4TYJ to get a 20% discount. Okay, I'll maybe put that code down here for you as well so you can kind of see it. Okay, so the code that you can use is R4TYJ, and then you can get a 20% discount. Okay. R for TYJ. Okay, students, that's it for me for today. Tomorrow, I'll be back with speaking part 2 and speaking part 3. So members, speaking part 2 at our usual time, and then speaking part 3. So these are extra classes this Sunday to make up for some classes missed last week. You're very welcome, Nagora. Bye, Elena. Nice to see you. Kalitun. Oh, wow, Kalitun, you got an 8.5 on your IELTS. Amazing. Good job. You're very welcome. Kalitun, send me an email. I'd love to have your testimonial because I know you used our products quite a bit, and I'm super happy that you got an 8.5. Ruslan, you're welcome. See you tomorrow. Bye, Abhishek. Keep working on that writing. All right. Check you tomorrow, students. Bye for now. Much love from Budapest to all of you.